On Friday, WWE announced it will hold WrestleMania 35 at MetLife Stadium on April 7th, 2019. There's no denying this sports, entertainment, and media phenomenon is now respected more than ever in the mainstream. Celebrities, athletes, journalists, they're all buying into the show while knowing it's all scripted. But how does someone become a headline pro wrestler in WWE? Well, Roman Reigns stopped by Fox 5 to talk about his journey.
On Sunday, April 8th in New Orleans, WWE star Roman Reigns will appear in his fourth straight WrestleMania when he faces Brock Lesnar.
You experience a situation like the main event of WrestleMania, and it's like the craziest, most emotional, wonderful night, you've ever had outside of, the birth of your children.
As a former football player at Georgia Tech, Roman did give the NFL a try, but eventually followed in his father's footsteps to professional wrestling.
I've seen it firsthand, not only with my father and uncle, but I've seen it with my brother, multiple cousins, especially one of my cousins, Junior, who wrestled under the name Rikishi. His sons are the Usos, who are, our current SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And we are the same age, and they literally grew up, a block or two down the road. So I pretty much lived at their house.
In the WWE, you can perform in over 200 shows a year. The physicality demands only the most elite of athletes. And while the matches are undoubtedly choreographed, they still require skill, practice, and training. The
audience changes every single night, so you have to be smart about, what you're doing. Because it's not just an exact science. It's not like you can play three technique, as a defensive lineman, only a few different ways. There's only so many techniques of how to play a block, how to disengage, and possibly make a play. This is art. You have to be intelligent because you have to be able to register what's happening and then know what you need to do next to continue that. Because for me, you want a roller coaster ride, but as a match goes on, I want it to continually to escalate, like where it's just where they're falling deeper into the rabbit hole. It's just getting crazier and crazier. The reactions are getting louder and louder, and by the time we're done, everybody's on their feet.
While Roman has the physical gifts and the training is a natural progression from football, he did have to work on his mic skills.
The easiest example is if they start chanting, all you have to do is look at them and they get stronger, you know what I mean? And that's like, and there's a fine line and a threshold for anything between pandering and giving a little, a little interaction to throw, throwing a little gas on the fire. But I think if you're not interacting, if you're not taking notice to the crowd, while still, conveying this story of athletic competition, you're missing out on a possible bigger reaction.
And this past Friday night at Madison Square Garden in Road to WrestleMania, Roman Reigns, along with Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, defeated Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, and The Miz.